Yes. Yes, I know. They're there. Yes, this is Willku9000. This is going to be on my channel, so he can have full reign to say whatever he wants about this. And we just finished watching Akiballion Battlemaids of Akihabara, released in the US by Switchblade Pictures. And it is a Japanese tokusatsu. It is in the same vein as Power Rangers. And it is complete and utter fucking horseshit.
I don't know whether or not to laugh at this or maybe to cry, maybe to happy. This movie just makes me. I don't know what. I mean, rarely do I say, rarely do I say that there is pure evil in this world, but this 3 hour long, this 3 hour long torture, not even, not even an experience, not even, it's not even like a bad experience. Torture is what it is. Okay, torture's what it is. The fact that I'm not gonna curse too much is because to curse is like to bash any other bad entity, and this is just not any other bad entity. I've seen some bad stuff. I've seen Monster a Go-Go. I've seen Manos in the Hands of Fate. I've seen the original Yu-Gi-Oh movie. I've seen Son of Mask. Okay, I've seen the Garbage Pail Kids movie, and while I still think the worst movie ever made is Godzilla 1998, this
Is fitting.
surpasses.
This is fittingly number two.
This is number two. To make the Garbage Pail Kids really, really look like a work of art. Really, a work of art. Just the thought that anybody, like, I want to know why we live in a realm where not only does the average person have to waste $20 that they could probably use for other useful stuff. Maybe to
Swear to God, 20
buy a meal, maybe to buy a meal somewhere
Post
when they're hungry, whatever. Maybe to actually donate to cancer, to finding a cure for cancer.
I
Maybe
watch
to
it.
to give to charity.
This is my
Instead,
copy.
we have to use it for this. And also, another thing about this realm is just the idea of the thought that somebody could have gotten paid in any connection to this thing, any connection at all, acting, maybe was even looking at it, because
Well, let's go into some details. What
nothing
are
in
some
this movie,
what are some specifics? What are some specifics?
nothing in this movie matches a full Tokusatsu or whatever,
Tokusatsu.
Tokusatsu or whatever. It's made me forget. It's boring. It's one of the most boring experiences I've ever had in my life. Even though I still think my pre-SAT classes are the most boring experiences ever, this comes close. This comes really close. Nothing happens aside from a first battle scene that's mediocre at best. All the action scenes are just simply awful. They are awful. They just twirl around.
There's panty shots though, but that's good.
The panty shots, even then, go nowhere. It's not even like fan service. Also, what is with the cyber god? The cyber god looks like your average creep you would see on the internet. It doesn't seem like anything out of the norm. It's not like other
He's like one of those guys on Omegle.
Tokusakus, or whatever. Whatever. I really don't care right now. Where it's like, oh, I'm whimsical, I'm magical, I can show you all amazing stuff. No.
Yeah, shows him all amazing stuff. Stuff you can't see because of that cloud over his crotch.
He looks like he's gonna bring joy into this world. He really looks like he gave them a lot. And how are they heroes? What are their powers? All you have to do is hold them, give them a few punches, and they're down. They're down. I've seen a lot of weaklings. Like, I have seen some of the most pathetic, useless characters ever. I've seen Jar Jar Binks, C-3PO, and, like, Scrappy Doo. All of these people teamed up could probably defeat them in 2 seconds. I am not emphasizing anything, and I feel embarrassed to live on the world inhabited by the same people who made this. I mean, I can understand where they're going for. I can understand what they're going with, but the fact that this idea was created, they could have made something good. They could have, but the idea they went with and the execution, it's just awful. In fact, to be honest, I feel really, I feel
Violated.
mentally and no, not even violent, mentally and psychologically murdered. I feel flat out murdered
The reason I'm
by
crazy.
this. By this is because I had to watch it, and even though that's a pretty nice, I mean, to go above the Garbage Pail Kids movie to only be a few points behind Godzilla 1998 is a real stretch. All the special effects were done with like $2. I mean, total, not just each individual spec. All of them combined cost like
Oh,
$2.
if
The green
that.
screen, I use better green screen. I don't like to brag a lot, but I use better green screen in my videos that I make in like a day or maybe even 2 days. The acting
Or shit.
is god awful. And even then, when you have a chuckle here or there because everything is just so incredibly bad, it just switches to boring. Only like 10% of everything in here
And there's the electrical plug.
is fighting. Even the weapons! The weapons, the electrical plug that shoots acid that doesn't even shoot acid?
You can tell it's
The
being put
syringe?
on.
The syringe?
Dude,
The camera?
Realize.
The camera? Why? Why is it that every scene is stretched for 5 minutes? If you were to actually edit this thing, and actually take into account, hey, maybe we should just put raw shots of absolutely everybody doing nothing, it would be 30 minutes. It would be 30 minutes.
But instead,
it's drag
3 hours long.
The costumes make Robot Monster look amazing. Like, really? Okay, what is with this? You probably can't see it, and if you can't, I really don't care because it's so bad. What is with this awful green used for? It's so
The character's name is
degrading.
Troll.
And the character's name is Troll. Yeah, she is trolling, and also the sword that they use to conveniently defeat everything. Why do they need to fight anything if they could just whip out this sword?
They just whip it out?
And defeat them in one shot. I mean, this is like in Armada if Runwave, Sonar, and Jetstorm got together and literally that's how they ended every episode. Unicron shows up, Starsaber's sword. Like, Galvatron shows up, Starsaber's sword. The entire universe goes up against them, Starsaber's sword. So
well, it is a tokusatsu.
why can't you do that? If this weapon is so convenient, why can't you do that instead of having like 3 hours of incredible boredom and absolutely nothing? Like, there may be a few things that are salvageable, but in a few days, I will remember absolutely nothing enjoyable about this.
Oh, here's the thing. It will never leave you.
Leaves.
I've only seen this movie twice. Once today and once 3 years ago. And I remember everything vividly, even before I saw it. So, yeah.
It was so terrible that although we do consider ourselves heroes
for bringing this to
you, and for suffering through this, I had numerous occasions where I was just about ready to flee because I was so bored.
I had to make him watch it Clockwork Orange style.
Not a Clockwork Orange style. He did have to hold me down, which I don't blame him. I bet he had to hold himself down a lot in order to watch this. In fact, it took him a day to watch this because it's so boring. So poorly done.
Considering it's getting kind of running.
We have 6 minutes. Time is not a factor of this video.
I know.
There is literally, I don't care about time because you have to know how bad this thing is. How horrific and horrendous. How do we live in the same realm where this exists? How can we live in the same realm where this exists? It just doesn't add up.
What would you say it is? What would you call it? How would you rate it?
I can't get, no, this is like Godzilla 1998. This is one of those movies where I just say, I can't, okay? All I have are two things to say. Why and I can't. I can't give it a rating. I can't see it again. I can't do anything with this. It literally just explains itself as to why it's so horrendous, so bad, and why. Why did this have to exist? Why do so many people have to fork over cash to see it? Why do so many people have to waste 3 hours of their precious lives in order to see this? Why? If you're out there, if there's one of you is out there, and you say you like this, like if you like this show, just please.
Why?
No. Don't mind my friend here. Just no. We just politely ask you, like the nostalgia crate with Garbage Pail Kids.
Tell us why.
Tell us why, and also how. How can you
How
like
can you
it?
get any enjoyment out
How
of this?
can you like it? And just the idea that anybody would enjoy this, I think, would bring us into a realm where we can look at the world a totally different way and maybe appreciate or not appreciate some stuff that we just never thought about appreciating or not appreciating. So when it really gets down to this movie is just something that is not of this world. It cannot really be explained. Okay, you know what? I almost had a cuss at the end of Godzilla 1998. And even though Godzilla 1998 is still my most hated movie, this comes close. I can't believe I'm saying this. This thing is a piece of fucking shit!
Okay. Wait.
Oh,
If you are curious about seeing it, it's available on Amazon for $20. Check it out if you're willing to torture yourself for 3 hours. This is Willku9000, and that was Pacman5698. This is going on my channel because he'll end up bleeping it, and he's on the floor. So this is Willku9000 signing off. Yeah, signing off. Live long and prosper, and do check out this show. I want to see it get viral.